Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your May general monthly reading for Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Starting off with Three of Swords. I will tell you this, that as I was prepping for your reading, I was shuffling the deck and I hadn't realized that my deck was upside down. Now, those of you that are my regulars, you know, not a single card in my deck is in reverse. So it kind of threw me for a loop when I realized that the first card that came out was your card, King of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, and it was in reverse. And when I looked underneath, lo and behold, my whole deck was in reverse. So whether that was some sort of omen or some of you may be feeling a bit imbalanced financially, especially with this Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, and the Three of Swords is what came out right now. Some of you may be feeling a little bit tight in the wallet, unexpected expenses that have come up. As I was saying, let's get back to my intro. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. If you are new to me, welcome. Thank you guys for being here. I do post monthly readings and weekly readings, and your weekly readings are usually out by the weekend, if not sooner. I recently opened up my calendar for personal readings outside of my private client base, where I do offer tarot and Reiki and energy clearings, as well as spiritual coaching. So if you're interested in any of those services, you can check my Linktree link in the description box below. And you'll find all the information there if you are interested in a live Zoom call reading with me. Depending on when you watch this, I do have a promo code. It's in my community tab if you are interested in booking, or recorded readings through my Etsy shop. If you don't see any listings at the moment, I will be updating them pretty much weekly. Okay, so make sure you hit the favorite tab on my shop, and then you'll get notified when I go live with offers of recorded readings. So here we go. Three of Swords, Knight of Cups, and Four of Pentacles. Now, I feel like some of you, now don't be mad because I'm about to call some of you out. I feel like some of you may have been giving off some mixed messages. I want to say that kind of came up in your last week's reading, or like end of April weekly reading. Maybe it was like the second to the last, whatever, one of your last readings. I do feel like some of you maybe have had a hard time getting really clear with your intentions, especially with love. Your main focus, I feel, has been for the last few months, really has been your finances, your career, opportunities for financial growth and expansion. I do get this feeling that some of you have closed out certain financial obligations or responsibilities. And what do I mean by that? It means if you had to go to court for something and the judgment was in your favor, you're now receiving the money. If it was the other way around, where the judgment was against you and you had to pay, I feel like you've been making payments, you've been making good on it, or you've settled out of court, whatever that may have been, but obligation done. I also get the sense of those of you that are like, you know, paying alimony or child support. Perhaps your children have already, you know, turned 18 or of age where you no longer have to pay child support. So you start to feel a little more relaxed in the wallet in that sense. Or perhaps you had alimony only for a specified time of amount of time, and you're over and done with that obligation. So I do feel like some of you are just feeling a little bit more settled with your finances. I do feel like, Capricorn, like you've always been good with your money. I feel like if there's been any imbalances, it's either been in the home, not necessarily financially, but in the home structure or emotional energy within the home. I do get this feeling of still kind of being a little tough to break through your hard shell, right? Why do I say that? You know, Three of Swords, you're clearly carrying some sort of heartache, disappointment. There are disappointments in your life. Again, like I said, things that didn't go in your favor, things that affected you in a negative way, could just be straight up breakup, heartache. Some of you may be bouncing from partner to partner. or that's the type of energy you were involved with, you know, temporary love, where temporary connections, where the person comes in, they're all in, they're really interested in you, and then they ghost you, they leave you hanging, and then you're left wondering like, what the heck, you know? So I do feel like there's a lot of mixed energies here. I feel like you are on this path of discovering that maybe you are ready for love. And I know I've had some resistance from a lot of Capricorns the last couple of months about them not wanting love, them not opening up to love. Keep it money, keep it real. No thanks. I've got the comments. I've got the message, okay? But some of you are clearly in denial if that message keeps coming up. Or it could be for someone with heavy Capricorn within their chart. Maybe they're not Capricorn, but they have, you know, heavy Capricorn throughout their chart. And I feel like, okay, Capricorn, let's be real. Maybe you're not advertising and you're not putting it out there that you are thinking of, you know, long-term commitment, relationship, marriage, buying a house together, moving in together, having a long-term partnership. Even if you don't want marriage, I do think that some of you are thinking or softening up to the idea of having a long-term partnership where you live together, you buy a home together, maybe you have a pet together, whatever it may be. I do feel like that's a part of you that makes you feel like you have every part of your life complete, okay? So some of you may be feeling a little bit empty, maybe a little bit lonely, and I'm not saying you're like shallow or anything, Capricorn, okay? I've got a Capricorn moon. I get it, right? Been there, done that. Just like some of you guys, the Hierophant and the World card really says, like, I've got all the luxuries of life. I've built my fortune. I've built my stability. Probably already have your own home, one or more cars, bills paid in full, investments are looking good, side hustles, because that's probably a hobby and you don't even need the money. It's just like, fun for you would probably be starting side businesses, side hustles, even if you don't need the money. It's just fun and interesting and kind of cool for you to have some sort of pastime that's going to make you some money, right? That's going to definitely elevate your life. But what good is all these riches if you don't have a partner to enjoy them with, if you can't travel, if you can't, you know, enjoy these luxuries of life? You know, eventually your kid's grown. Ooh, and I just heard it. So now you're done paying child support, your kids are grown, they want to go do their own thing. Maybe they don't want to spend as much time with mom and dad anymore or whatever. And so now you're like, okay, well, now what do I do with myself? And you've probably, you know, the people around you are either in the same boat as you in terms of, you know, single and interested in building wealth and finances and career, or you're feeling a little bit like odd man out, right? You have the freedom and flexibility, while some of your friends or family members that are like your inner circle are probably married, have children, but they look up to you and they admire you for having the freedom and flexibility, is what I'm seeing, right? Like I feel like you may be the one person that's probably you know, of age and doesn't have any children, like already olders, like late 20s, 30s, and all your friends have kids or have already purchased homes, and you're just like living my best life, you know? But everyone's version of living their best life is different, you know? So I do feel like that's starting to change for you. Now, why I get the whole feeling very guarded is, you know, most definitely I do think that you have been thinking about, what does my future look like? Who is a part of my future? Who is by my side? Do I have anyone by my side? Do I have anyone to spoil, or that will spoil me, or we take care of each other, or that we can enjoy all these little things? I feel like some of you are at a point in your life where you're like, well, if I'm not going to be married or have children, then I got to find myself my group of friends, my circle of friends that's going to want to do adventure things with me, that's going to want to go places where we have things in common, that's going to want to do things, you know, besides shop and brunch and video games and whatever, fill in the blank, right? Because I feel like those are the main ones that keep coming up. But I do feel like you're softening up, maybe mentally or emotionally, but definitely not physically. Your demeanor doesn't say, I'm ready for love. And I feel that your communication also doesn't come across in a way where it says, does this guy look like he's open for love? That he's ready for love? This guy says, this guy doesn't say much. Let's be real. Let's be real, Capricorn. Sorry, I'm not laughing at your expense. I just feel like I've been in this person's shoes. Laughing at myself. So if you've been there, done that, put some like little heart emojis at the bottom. But I do feel like this person's like, yeah, I'm open for love, but not really, not putting themselves out there. You know, they've got a little sword there because they're still, you know, kind of, you know, going through some of the stuff that they've gone through in the past, that they're still weeding out, uprooting, cutting the cords of old shit, bullshit, old partnerships that are still kind of lingering around. And at the same time, it's like, you know, how can you focus on what's to come if you still have your guard up? Like, you express interest in someone, but then you have your guard up, right? Or vice versa. You're attracting exactly what you are. You're open for love, but you're guarded. And then you're talking to, or you meet someone in the same energy as you, where they flirt back, but they're also guarded. So how are you guys going to go out? This is, I'm sorry, Capricorn, this is kind of funny. But how are you guys gonna like get to know each other and contemplate fun times and make plans and get to know each other and be open to stuff? I mean, start off as friends, spend time together, hang out, have fun. If you're still dealing with heartache, you'll be fine. I don't see anything here that says it's holding you back in terms of an old relationship holding you back. I feel that you're holding yourself back because that relationship was probably seriously, mentally, emotionally, physically, and probably financially draining and taxing. And so how can you come back feeling like you're full of life, love, energy to give if that last person just freaking took it all from you like a damn energy vampire, right? But I do have the Chariot and the Hierophant card. So I do feel that we are right now in Taurus season, which this is Taurus, this is Cancer. So from Taurus to Cancer, I would say from May through July, you really start to not just warm up to the idea, but then you maybe start initiating conversation, maybe start hinting, dropping hints, you know, really putting yourself out there. Maybe you download an app, but then you don't put yourself on it. I know I'm guilty of that, but like, you know what I mean, Capricorn? Like, I just feel like you're really not putting yourself out there, but then you let people know, yeah, like I'm open to it, but you know, you're really not. Like, maybe mentally you say that, but like physically and emotionally, I don't really think you have just yet. I think right now, the initial step for you is that you're warming up to the idea, right? And so what happens if you run with this idea and you really do the work in terms of releasing and healing and letting go, is I really feel that you will be, you know, calling in your soulmate, calling in the person that really helps to elevate your life, because by the end of the month, I do feel that you have this beautiful outcome, right? The World card is definitely leveling up your life. The Death card means your life, what you've known in the past in terms of love life, your relationship, or even financial or business. Not that I have a lot of financial cards here, but it can be, right? That's the thing of the past. Because what you're stepping into this May is an opportunity to level up. And I'm seeing somebody pull you up. You've got a hand of God, hand of the universe, hand from your spirit guides, guardian angels. I do feel like somebody here has a spirit guide, guardian angel helping them up. Feels male energy, okay? So I do feel like there is someone that really wants to see you happy, that really wants to see you content. And I know, I get it, it's their version of happy. And I feel like it can be your version too. Some of you are just not ready to make it your version yet. And listen, Capricorn, it's all right. Don't ever feel pressured to be living somebody else's dream for you, right? If it doesn't feel right, don't do it, Capricorn. Only you know what's right for you. Now, the other thing to that, the other end of that stick is, are you not ready for that because there's fear attached to it? There's fear of more heartache or heartbreak, right? And I know you guys are probably like stopped watching already. So if you have, please give me a thumbs up, put some emojis down below, because I feel like the majority of Capricorns tune out when it has to do with love and you don't want to hear it. And that's okay. Let's see what next week's, let's see what your weekly readings show up. But I do feel like halfway or towards the end of the month, moving into June, you are feeling like there has been an energy shift. I do feel that at the beginning of the month, maybe there's still some residual energy of a breakup, a separation, because, you know, at the end of April, which is when I'm recording this at last week of April. At the end of April, we have the new moon solar eclipse in Taurus, right? So a lot of heated conversations, a lot of arguments, a lot of impulsivity, especially when it comes to home environments, maybe kicking out a partner, maybe you're getting kicked out, maybe there's financial situations within the home that become a topic of, you know, stress, disagreement, arguments. If you share a home with someone, that may be coming to an end soon, is how I'm feeling it. I feel like some of you end up being really disappointed within yourself. Like, what am I doing? Why did this trigger me? Why did this get to me? And guess what? Halfway through the month, May 10th, 10 days into the month, we have Mercury retrograde. So of course, the likelihood of the shadow phase of Mercury retrograde affecting you and your communication and, you know, these triggering moments in terms of, you know, how somebody speaks to you or treats you, that can cause this move out, this separation, this breakup. I feel like it's already in the shadow phase at the beginning of the month of May. May 10th, we hit Mercury retrograde. A few days later, we've got a super moon lunar eclipse, full moon in Scorpio, right? So a lot more heated energy there, because we know Scorpio can be a little dark, a little intense. And I feel like if you start thinking you're going to put yourself out there, you think you are, but again, you've got this poker face of, I got feelings for you. I think you're cool. I really like you. But I mean, he's not smiling. He's not showing affection. And so you're, in essence, kind of showing mixed signals here. And so you may not have a warm receptivity that you had expected. I think that you will also, by not receiving what you're thinking you're putting out there, by not receiving what you're expecting, I also feel that you think, well, I guess they're not interested. And there goes the miscommunication, right? And I feel that this is a moment of self-reflection for you, Capricorn. Very powerful moment, very powerful month for you to really, really get real, okay? Do me this solid, Capricorn. Really get real about whether or not, once and for all, are you really warming up to it? I've gotten the comments before. I've gotten the messages before. My friends have told me. Nope, 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 nope. Seems to be a common theme with my Capricorn friends. Or they say they do, but their actions are different. There's a lot of layers to this situation. But I do feel energetically what I'm picking up from you guys. So you may be saying no, but energetically, I feel that you are starting to soften up or open up to that idea. I want you to come back in a month or two and tell me, damn it, I met my soulmate. Damn it, I met the woman, the man of my dreams, right? Because I do feel like you are about to meet that person or start seeing someone or dating someone, or I feel as though like you'll be socializing and putting yourself out there even more, that you're now going to see people through the eyes of love, through the eyes of your healed self, through the eyes of a more grounded person who has done the self-healing, the self-reflection. What part was I being triggered from in the past? What has been triggering me for the past few months, years, whatever, eternity, right? And how has that held me back from my true love, my true partnership, or my true happiness. Because maybe some of you aren't even looking for your perfect partner or soulmate, but you're looking for your perfect you, you know, in tuned, in alignment with your higher source, your higher self, and really feeling in tune with them, right? And when you feel more balanced and in tuned and coming from a place of joy and happiness, where every day feels like happiness, every day feels abundant. And I know some of you are like, this chick is too much, right? But I'm definitely feeling it for you guys. And I want you to just really just take notice. Take notice of the feeling, take notice of the energies, take notice of the signs of the universe. You're most definitely being guided by the universe, by your spirit guides, guardian angels. This is like a hard reset on your life. New opportunities for up levels and elevation, the old lifestyle, the old relationships, even some friendships, even, you know, ways of living or what you've been used to, and how you spend your days and how you spend your nights and how you spend your money. I feel like all of that is about to change drastically and dramatically, and not in a negative way, Capricorn. I don't want you to be fearful of that, but in a positive way. Like, I feel no shit. I just heard it. No joke. Sorry. No joke. But I just literally heard it like a big ass freaking light bulb at the top of some of your guys' head. Like, oh shit, I've been living life all wrong. But I don't ever want you to fret and think that you've wasted time. It's all a culmination of lessons learned and experiences that ultimately put you in a place where you can then really truly elevate to your best self, to your best life, to your better partnerships, better friendships, better, you know, business dealings, better financial growth and stability. Maybe some of you sell a current home and move up, you know, upgrade, or with the car, you purchase a, you know, you have a regular car, or, you know, something nice, decent, and maybe you decide to up level and get a luxury vehicle, right? Something that you can really feel comfortable, especially if you have a family. I feel like some of you really look into like luxury cars. I do see car purchases, road trips, travel. That is definitely, like, I feel like that starts to really pop into your head a lot, like places, locations that you want to go to. And I feel that that also makes you realize you don't have anyone to go with, because maybe your friends have kids, or your friends are married, or maybe your kids don't want to do that, or your kids have other plans with their friends this summer, and you're just like, well, shit, I need a new circle of friends. Or maybe it's time I do find somebody that I can travel with as a friend or as a partner, and explore and go have fun together. And even if you do that with a friend, I do feel like it can turn into a romantic relationship. Someone who like really gets you, and I feel like you'll have a lot of fun. The communication will start this month. I do feel like it will go through the summer is how I feel. So I definitely see communication happening now, and having plans being made, you know, from now until the summer. So expect travel, expect weekend getaways, expect road trips, expect new connections, new friendships, and social circles. You're expanding your social circles. So I know some of you are probably hermits and don't want to really leave your house all too often. So you're just like, how the hell am I going to make new friends when I just work and come home? But I do feel like there will be events that come up, or, you know, a party, a get together, a barbecue. You run into someone that you haven't seen in a long time. Maybe they've got a friend, and it goes from there. Don't be afraid of what is out there for you, okay? So we have the Knight of Cups, King of Swords, and the King of Wands. You know, it just feels like the Knight of Cups is more action oriented in terms of, I'm going to come in, I'm going to like, you know, flirt, show my interest. But because the Four of Pentacles follows that card, it really tells me that you put yourself out there and then you shrink, right? Like you kind of pull back, because there's still this energy of not feeling fully confident within yourself. And that's possibly because of this Three of Swords energy of somebody who really hurt you, really wore you down, you know, wore down your self-worth, your self-respect, your self-love, and you're gaining that back little by little. I do feel that by the end of the month, you are going to realize what a difference a time apart or a break from a specific person, place, thing, mindset has made that has really up-leveled your life. I'm also hearing some of you are listening to like mindset meditations. Definitely a good thing. Looking into like law of assumption, law of attraction, manifestation mindset type thing. Meditation. I feel like some of you just recently started that. I really feel that it's piqued your curiosity, not because you really know too many people that are into it, but maybe you just kind of do your own research and you realize that it really does have an effect in your mood, in your energy, in the clarity of your mind, body, soul, spirit, and the ability to manifest what it is that you want. If you want to manifest more money, you know, a new car, a new home, a new partnership. So I do feel that with the King of Wands, I mean, you go from saying you want saying you want action, you know what I mean? Don't take it that way, but you know what I mean? And the Knight of Cups, like saying you really, you know, you want to see where this goes. The Chariot says, yes, I want to move forward. However, the Chariot is still like this young teenager type energy who's, you know, kind of parked at a standstill. And when it's time to go, when he hears the, you know, the gunfire that it's race time and it's time to embark on this journey, it's kind of like he stumbles a bit when he steps out. So some of you that have been in a long-term relationship that are newly single, you're going to start feeling a little bit of that energy in terms of like, what the hell do I do embarking on a, you know, on the dating scene, especially after a pandemic, right? So that's probably, you know, going to prepare you to maybe soften yourself up and not be so guarded, not be so silent and analytical. And I feel like it's a bit cold that you may come off of only because you're maybe more analyzing and breaking this person down in your head, trying to figure out who they are, how they are, what they bring to the table, instead of actually being all in emotionally, mentally, spiritually, eventually physically, I guess. But I do feel that you will have some practice runs is how I'm hearing it, right? Practice dates. You may have a few fumbles. You may have just quite a handful of first dates that don't go anywhere. And I feel that that really plays a part for you. I know some of you are like, I'm not really interested, so I'm not going to bother. But in reality, those experiences and those opportunities to put yourself out there really prepare you for that one person that you meet or that you end up going out with, where things just start to feel right, that you don't have to think about twice, that you don't have to second guess. And I feel that it elevates you from that King of Swords to then the King of Wands, who's now ready to take action. I've got a few fumbles. I've got a few like bad dates, blind dates, first dates that didn't go anywhere, or maybe just hookups or whatever, but then really put things into perspective and made you realize, okay, none of what I've just gone through is what I've really wanted. I think I am now starting to open myself up to the idea of love, upgrading, changing my lifestyle, changing my dating habits, changing the type of person that you're used to, right? And the King of Wands is absolutely going to make that change, right? I also feel that when you do find this person, they may shower you with gifts, with love, with time, or vice versa. You may be the one that does that. Remember, these are not like gender specific, but because we have the kings here, that's the energy that I have here. Or it could be the energy that you are dealing with, Capricorn. You may be looking at, you know, somebody of these traits. But I do feel that there will be opportunities for a stable relationship, a stable outcome. I feel like you haven't had that type of stability in a really long time. I feel like some of you have dealt with very narcissistic and very abusive people in the past that you're still kind of trying to get over. And some of you haven't even processed the level of abuse that you've gone through mentally, emotionally, or spiritually, okay? And I know my thumbs down people are you cross watchers that are like the ones that were probably the abusers, but But look at that. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands. Definitely, you know, you've got a stable relationship coming through, hot and heavy. Very good, very good physical attraction. Financially, I do feel like you both have your financial shit in order. You both make your own money. You make decent coin. You're in a good place. If not, I do feel like maybe they make a little bit more money, or maybe you might make a little bit more money. I do feel like this is an equal give and take type thing, right? So, and with the Ace of Wands, clearly somebody here is offering you some passionate good times, hot and heavy, right? I do feel like somebody here will most definitely shower you with love, attention, and affection, but most importantly, their time, energy, and I feel like that's really put things into perspective, that you're not getting mixed signs from this new potential person that comes in for you, right? And I feel like it may scare you for a bit, like you're just not sure how to process this at this time, but really the Hanged Man energy gives you an opportunity to reflect on why you're feeling a little bit weary, why you're feeling a little bit scared. And I'm already going on 30 minutes, so I better wrap this up. You know, and really, you know, take the time to understand and process, you know, what is it that really has you feeling this way, right? Why are you feeling Hanged Man energy? Is it fear of what? What are you fearful of? Is it that you're not sure when this person is going to turn into the crazy narcissist the last person was? You know, I feel like some of you are just kind of waiting for that other shoe to drop, or like this is a ticking time bomb and it's too good to be true, and it's not something that you're used to or have expected in the past. And I'm sorry that you had to go through that, Capricorn. I feel like that's been I feel like Capricorns for the last few years, I want to say maybe like 3 to 4 years, maybe even more, but I'm definitely seeing solidly 3 to 4 years. I'm seeing that a lot of Capricorns have been dealing with their karmics and, you know, false twin flame type thing, or even twin flames where it's just most definitely unhealthy energy, okay? And, you know, regardless of what people say they are to you, soulmate, twin flame, the love of my life, at the end of the day, there is absolutely no reason why anyone, there's no excuse why anyone should endure an unhealthy, toxic relationship that's mentally, emotionally, physically, or financially abusive, right? Okay, so Energy Oracle. Let's pull a few because I haven't used this deck in a while and I'm bringing it back for the monthlies. And let me get a few Energy Oracles for my Capricorns. Okay, there's one. There's two. There's three. Oh, beautiful. Door to value. Definitely somebody who's valuing you here. Storm warning in reverse. I didn't pay attention if it fell in reverse or if I flipped it over in reverse, but I will read both messages of that. So the card of attachment, storm warning in reverse, door to value, and the garden and the gate. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the card of hostility. So, you know, again, with the sword action here, Capricorn, this may be what you're dealing with. It could be this person from the past that tries to come back in and not allowing you to move forward, heal yourself, and do what's best for you. And let's be real, stop giving your power to anyone. Why would they have the ability to allow or not allow you to have your own happiness, right? But let me grab the book for the Energy Oracle. The card of attachment really tells me that you have a specific attachment to an outcome. Maybe some of you felt that, you know, you were meant to be with a specific partner and it didn't work out and you just can't seem to move on from that. You haven't been able to let it go. Also, an attachment to, you know, a perceived need and the choice of letting go. Like some of you maybe not be ready to let go, but I actually feel that for some of you, you are ready to let that old crap go. That person is really not ready and willing to let you go. And they're never going to, because unfortunately, I hate to tell you this, and I'm sure you already know, but it's going to kind of sting to hear this. It wasn't about love, but it was about control. And so the storm warning, you know, this is kind of like the Tower moment. This is kind of like, you know, the shit's about to hit the fan. You're afraid to make certain decisions because things are about to fall apart, or it's going to amass a big giant fight, or whatever it may be. You know, when it's in the upright, it's like you know damn well that if you talk to your ex-partner or whomever and say, listen, I don't think this is working out. You know that if you have that conversation, there's a storm that's brewing, right? This is the rumblings of a storm. However, storm warning in reverse really feels like you're trying to just make nice and wait for the storm to pass so that you don't have to say or do anything. But this definitely feels like you're trying to avoid something that I feel like you're trying, you know you have to let someone or something go, but you're trying to avoid the contact, the fight, the communication. And I feel like some of you have just kind of, you know, been a bit distant and then saying things like, oh, you know, I'm working a lot or whatever. And it kind of turns into a ghosting type situation. So let's see what the card in reverse has to say. It says, this card reversed indicates that the dark times are behind you, or at least beginning to fall away. You can take heart that sunny skies and better times are on the horizon. This new light may bring a time of reassessment and redirection for you. Let yourself consider where you want to go next. Also spend some time reflecting on the difficulty that has passed. What was the lesson for you? Didn't I say that earlier? Whether it's about self-love or empowerment, remember to bring these intentions and the lessons learned into your bright new path. And the affirmation for this card says, I have the power to overcome any obstacle, no matter what is going on. I can be strong, confident, and self-directed. I think that wraps up your reading, Capricorn. And with the card of the garden and the gate and door to value, I mean, seriously, I feel like that storm warning card in reverse really gave you the message, the sense of, you know, you've already gone through the darkest, through the heaviest of times. You've made decisions. And so if starting a new relationship or a new job or a new connection, it makes you a little bit weary, makes you a little bit fearful, know that the darkest times are behind you. Understand the lessons learned, and, you know, understand that you'll no longer give your power away. You've now embarked on a better path ahead. Now, the door to value and the garden and the gate really feels like financial security and prosperity, new opportunities in love that are financially free and secure and stable, right? So maybe some of you were with someone because there was a codependency there and you had to take care of them, but in reality, it feels like they had the ability to take care of themselves. They chose not to. They'd rather you take care of them, right? So keep that in mind. I do feel that you may have new opportunities in finances. You may change locations, get a raise, get a promotion. I just feel that you're going to come into this sense of really valuing yourself on a higher level and understanding that when you take a step back and you look back at the past, that person really did take you for granted, really did take advantage of you. And you know now moving forward that you are in a safe and secure place, that you are in a better place. You are financially secure and stable. Your happiness feels like it's guaranteed, like it's already here waiting for you to just step into this happy new life, you know? So it feels very, very beautiful for you guys. Let me pull messages from the fairies. I know this is a really long reading, but I pulled these cards for the other signs, and I want to make sure that I do that for you as well. A new career. What did I say? Oh my God. Oh my God. If this doesn't wrap up the whole thing for you, you're walking away from what no longer serves you. People, places, things, jobs, situations, departments, you know, old lifestyles. Pretty sure I said that in the beginning. I channel so quickly that I forget what most of the time I channel. So I tend to forget the messages. I'm going to have to go back and watch this video from the beginning. And you have new career. So your work focus is shifting in a positive, new, and successful direction. So again, you may have an opportunity in changing careers, changing locations. You know, maybe you're still with the same company, but they offer you a different location at a higher position, higher salary, more responsibilities. This feels very, very good. I know some of you may have a tough time walking away from your current job, your current location, your current place of employment, but there may be some unhealthiness in that location as well. However, you will be walking into a new career that's much more satisfying and healing for you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially. So know that when you leave unhealthy situations behind and you do the healthy, you know, inner work, the healing work, it really allows new doors to open for you. Have you ever, and this is just a question for you, let me know in the comments below if you're still watching. Have you ever come across someone where you can just tell by their appearance or their energy that they've been dealing with some shit, like they've been dealing with some hell, some stress. And then a few months later, maybe you see them a lot brighter and happier and joyful, and you see such a stark contrast. I feel, Capricorn, you're in the middle of that transition, that transformation. And I don't think that you were aware that you were in that situation until it got pretty bad. Let me pull one more before I grab Queen of the Moon oracles, because I do feel like there is one more reading here. Affirmations: to lift up your thoughts and energy and to attract what you desire, use positive affirmations. I want to say that in last week's, or the last reading I did when I'm recording this, one of the April readings that I had for you, I did speak of, you know, mindset and law of manifestation, law of assumptions, law of attraction, things like that for you. So I feel like some of you, again, are embarking on this journey of manifesting your best life. And, you know, why shouldn't you? Capricorn, you are deserving and you are worthy, okay? Why shouldn't you? I really sincerely hope that you've been watching all the way through and that you're getting all these beautiful messages, okay? So Queen of the Moon Oracle message. Since we've got so much lunar energy here, look at that, the card of Will and Resistance. Okay, I've got to read that for you because I know the card of Will and the card of Resistance have a specific message for you. I don't remember who got the card of Will in the weekly messages. The quote for this card, and I know that this card is going to tie it all up. I have the will to make the changes I need. Decisions require action. You are in control of your own decisions in life, no one else's. Passion and will determine a great proportion of your success. You will persist. You possess free will, which means you should focus on yourself first and avoid placing your will over another's. And then we have the card of Resistance, card number 25 here. This is the waning crescent moon, and the quote for this one says, I flow through resistance and I am in control. Familiarize yourself with how resistance manifests for you, the overt and the covert. If you continue to have doors slammed in your face, turn around. There will normally be an open door. Procrastination is just another kind of fear. Move forward with confidence and persistence. Okay, so that wraps up your reading, my friend. I do feel like some of you have had resistance towards new love, have had resistance toward healing or leaving behind old partnerships. Again, the card of Will really is having the will, the strength, the courage to make the decisions that you have to make for your best life moving forward. Okay, sending you guys so much love. Appreciate you so much. If you'd like a personal reading, my information is in the description box below. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Your playlist is here, and I will see you guys in your weeklies. Take care. Bye.